Trace Sport, brought to you by Nokia Asha smartphones. Do it freestyle.
Come to the club. Come to the club. Come to the club where you hang out like a star. Don't forget where you are, yeah, where you are.
Hey guys, my name is Malcom Wope. I was born in Cameroon, moved to the States and then South Africa. I'm 24 years old and I'm a tricker. What is tricking? All right, the standard answer for tricking would probably be that it's an aesthetic blend of kicks, flips and twists. It's basically a mixture of acrobatics display, but the way I look at it is it feels to me like it's kind of a game where you try to do the most difficult combinations and moves in combination with each other. And it's really, really fun. It's a way to really explore your body in a very different way to the norm, you know? It's just amazing what you can do when you put your mind to it, and it's the most fun you can ever have. Tricking is a crazy thing. When I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of Power Rangers. I guess that's where it started. And do a lot of shadow boxing. As I grew older, I'd watch more Jackie Chan movies and I'd start martial arts myself. Once I got pretty versed at karate and a bit of capoeira, I got a little bored and I started watching videos on the internet like parkour and other extreme sports. And I actually distinctively remember it. One day I was at home and I watched ESPN2. There was a karate tournament on TV and they had an open forum. And a guy came up, his name was Steve Torado. Steve Torado is crazy. He was like a real life superhero to me. He did crazy moves that I did not understand, but it just really amazed me. And from there I went onto the internet, I searched his name. I got to find out more people, and that's how I dived into it. I tried a couple of flips by myself. I crashed, but then I learned from there. Injuries are crazy in tricking. They're not as risky as you would think, but you do get small little things that happen, like your ankle twitches out or you get dislocated shoulders, but I haven't broken anything, which was pretty cool. My most serious injury was about 2 years ago when I really messed up my shoulder and I was out for 6 months. I was mad depressed, but I got back into it. I always have recurring injuries, like my ankles would feel a bit weird. My hip also kind of is a bit messed up. I feel like an old man, really, and I'm not tricking. Apart from tricks, I am an illustrator. Comics, logos, storyboarding, basically anything visual. I've been drawing for a very long time. That's my job, that's how I make my money. I try to incorporate my tricking and my illustration together, two passions of mine. Rocket Boy is a result of a lot of soul searching. I graduated in my third year of architecture, and I really made quite an impulsive decision to leave architecture and pursue more illustration, comic design, logo design. So that's what I did. I started working for one of the biggest companies in South Africa for comics called Strike Entertainment. They do Super Strikers. I worked with them for about half a year. And once I got out of that, I needed something to do. I needed sort of a way to grow. So my idea was to really bring my illustration into a different canvas. So I started t-shirts, and I got a lot of good positive feedback and appreciation from people in b-boy circles and the tricking circles. A lot of people really pushed me forward to keep going, so that's what I did.
Don't forget where you are, yeah, where you at.
My top 5 things, definitely number 1 is Velu, Velu Surrealer. He's one of the, actually probably the best tricker out there. People can argue, but Boo Boo, I love you. Number 2, I'd say tricking in general, meeting other trickers, chatting with trickers and stuff. They really inspire me to keep going. Number 3, I'd put on as art in general, design, my illustration. It's a crazy thing because I've grown in the community as an artist. Not necessarily as my tricks are whatever, but that's the way I contribute to the tricking community, is through my art, and that's definitely very important. It's taken me places. It's allowed me to meet a lot of great people that I've wanted to meet. So yeah. Number four, Facebook. Who can live without Facebook? You know, we need it. And number 5, man, I love food. Food is crazy. I'm not big, I'm not fat, but man, I can eat like a mother. So in the tricking community, I've been very fortunate. I've grown quite a bit of a fan base with my art because most of my art has been tricking related. So with that, I had the great opportunity to travel to Europe in the middle of this year and really do a Euro trip with some of the greatest trickers in the world, and it was amazing. I got to meet all my heroes, and most of my heroes, really experience what a tricking lifestyle is like. We started in Paris, went from Paris to UK, from the UK to Holland, Holland to Bergen, Norway to Spain, and then every city we visited had something new to bring to the table. Every tricking style was different, and it was really one of the most amazing experiences of my life, and I wouldn't trade anything for it. So yeah, in terms of tricking, personally, I don't train that hectic. I train a lot, but for me, it's about the fun of it. You know, I have fun when I'm training. I'm always joking around. I do train to get better, but that's not my main goal. My main goal is to have a lot of fun while I'm doing it, because I really enjoy the sport, you know. And they say that the more fun you have doing something, the better you get at it. So yeah, for me, tricking level is not as important as really having fun with it. I would also like to be a certain pioneer to the sport in South Africa. I've been really thinking about getting some professional trickers from the States and Europe to come down and do seminars and workshops. And it is actually happening. In fact, in a couple of months' time, there will be a tricker from Germany coming through for a month, and it's going to be really crazy. In terms of support, my family at first were really against it. You know, they were like, this kid is going to kill himself, he's going to break his neck. But after a while, you know, they got used to it. They saw that I really loved what I do. They saw it kept me in shape. I was never into heavy drugs, you know, like I didn't get into all that crazy stuff. I was always training at the gym or drawing, whatever. So, you know, it made me a good kid. They've seen the positive effect it's had on me. Like even before, I was quite a shy high schooler, and when I started with the tricks, it really allowed me to flourish into the man I am right now. You know, it's affected me in a lot of different ways, confidence-wise, personality-wise, my interests. It's made me unique. It's a part of me. It's not even just a sport anymore. It kind of is something that is a definitive aspect of who I am, and they understand that. My dad especially is very supportive right now because he sees what's happening to me now. You know, I'm living my life, making my living, doing what I love, and I think that's all they wanted for me. They just didn't want me to end up on the streets. That's not happening.
Play Sport, brought to you by Nokia Asha smartphones. Do it freestyle.